Welcome back, students. This is part 3 of today's lecture. Now we'll be discussing the dictionary functions and methods. First function is length function. So this will allow you to count the number of elements, key value pairs inside a particular dictionary. So after passing this dictionary, you can give length function, and inside this brackets we will give the name of the dictionary. So it will give 3. How 3? 1, 2, 3 key value pairs. Next function is clear method function. Clear method function actually removes all the items. Okay, all the items, and it will give you an empty dictionary. Employee, firstly the dictionary is created, then employee dot clear, it will give an empty dictionary. Okay, every element or item has removed. See, if we are using this del function will always give you it will not give you empty dictionary. It will delete particular element inside it. Okay, but clear deletes all. Del deletes only the particular dictionary key pair that you have told. Okay, get method is basically used to get the item with the given key. You will specify the key and it will give you value of that, like EMPL1. This is dictionary name and this is the dictionary. And get function department, you want to know department is sales, so it will give you value for that. Items function, all the items of the dictionary key value pairs will be displayed, so you need to write employees dot items, so it will display print all the items. See, I refer to this page 71. May I told you it will give print the complete dictionary but in unordered form. Note it very well. Okay, then next is key. We have discussed these functions to print all the keys. How we need to write employees dot keys. So all the keys will be printed: salary, department, age, and name. But it is not compulsory that they should be in order. Next is your values. How to print all the values? For that you need to write employees dot values. All the values will be printed but not compulsorily in order. Next, last function is your update function. Update function merges the key value pairs from the dictionary into the original dictionary. Means you can add or you can replace the particular key value pair inside a particular dictionary. Let us take an example: employee 1, this dictionary, second another dictionary. Now what we are doing, employee 1 dot update employee 2, what will it will do? It will use this employee 2 dictionary to update employee 1. Okay, now employee 1 was having name John, but here the name is Divya, so it will overwrite. I told you, if you are trying to give the same name again, because you are merging the two dictionaries together, if the same name is being repeated, the previous one will get deleted. So here you will get name will be Diya now, because it will overwrite it. Salary will also get overwritten, it will be 54,000. You can see salary has become 54, name is Diya. Okay, then what else? Age is 24. Here it has not mentioned any age, so age will remain same. And what extra it is having? Sales. See, it is having this department extra. Here is no key value pair of department, so this will also get added to it. So employee 2 will remain same, but employee 1 has been rewritten because we have updated it. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now next, program 2.3, we have been given 3 lists. List 1 is this, list 2 is this, list 3 is this. Okay, now you need to write a program to add list 2 to list 3. Means you need to add these two lists together to list 1. Okay, firstly you will add 2 and 3 together, then you will add this to list 1. Then the resultant list should be in order, and order they want list 3 elements of order of the list 3 elements of list 2 and then list 1. Here it is using append and insert functions. You will check the utility of these two functions also. Firstly, we have declared 3 lists: list 1, list 2, list 3. It is list. Now we are not talking about dictionary. Okay, now the all the topics will be clubbed together. So firstly we are using these three lists, okay, then we are printing them, okay, whatever lists have been initialized, we are printing them. Then we are appending list 1 with list 2. So after list 1 we will get list 2 using this append function, okay. List 2 gets added as one element. Append function allows you to add the complete list as one element. Okay, see, I'll be discussing two programs. You should note down the difference first before I start it. Actually, same program has been used two times. First is printing the complete list as one element, and second program is printing all the elements not in form of lists. See, this is the output of first program and this is the output of second program. What difference you are observing? It is printed as a, see, first list was ABC and list second was HIT and list 3 was 0 1 2. Okay, after merging, see, you can see these square brackets, so they are being written as an element here. Okay, see, here it was not written, I have made it. Please do this correction in your book. It should be like that. Square brackets are missing. I have written this bracket, so you should also do this correction. Okay, so these are not as a one element, they are acting like individual elements, no square brackets. Difference you are observing, if you are using this insert function and append function, you are going to add this in form of one element, okay, together they are inserted. But if you are using this extend function, then they are being inserted as individual elements. I hope it is clear. Now I am going to describe my program again. So list 1 dot append list 2, what it will do, it will add list 2. Okay, list 2 gets added as one element at the end of list 1. Means firstly list 1 will get printed, after that list 2 will get printed. Means ABC after HIT. After that firstly ABC will be written, then after that HIT will be written. Now we need to club this list 3 also along with them. Okay, so we have got a list in which we have list 1 plus list 2 first. Then after that what we are doing, we are using insert function and we are saying ki it should, list 3 should start now from the 0th index. Means list 3 should be written first. List 3 is 0 1 2, so it is written first. But for that we have used previously, what we have used, append. So pehle list 1 should come, then list 2 should come. So this is list 1, then list 2. So this is your final output. Okay, and now the same program he has used but with the extend function. Now firstly I have initialized these three lists and then I have printed that. Now list 3 dot extend list 1, what it will do, it will add elements of the list at the end of list 3. Means adding elements of list 1 at the end of list 3, it means list 3 will be written first, then list 1 will be written. Okay, list 3 will be written in the form of elements. List 3 is 0 1 2, no square brackets, you can see 0 1 2. Then list 1 should be written A B C, no square brackets, separated by comma, A B C. Then list 3 dot extend. Now this is list 3. List 3 is now list 3 plus list 1. After this list 3 is list 3 plus list 1. Now list 3 will be, new list 3 will be list 3 plus list 2. So list 2 is HIT, so it will be written as it is here. Okay, now next program is write a program that finds elements index position, but we are not going to use index function to tell the index. So firstly a tuple has been created. Okay, tuple is having these elements inside. Then char, we have used input function to take input of different characters. Fine. Now if char in tuple 1, tuple 1 is, this is tuple 1, these elements they are referring, means whatever you have written will go in, input function will take input from you. Okay, ठीक है, मीन्स वट एवर करेक्टर यू विल बी राइटिंग उसका आपको इंडेक्स बताएगा ये. ओके, लाइक इफ यू आर राइटिंग समथिंग like p you are writing, so index of p will be 0, it will be 0, it will be 1, so it should print 1. Okay, now the count function is 0 for a in tuple 1. Tuple 1, you know, apple was written. If a not equal to char, okay, char refers to whatever input the user has given. Okay, if a means first element, see a refers to this a p p l e, so a is this a0, this is a1, a2, a3, a4, so a will vary this way. Okay, and whatever value you have given is being compared with all of these. Okay, so wherever we will get it, we will print the index of that. So for a in tuple 1, if a is not equal to char नहीं है, count plus 1 means go to next element, else break, and break से क्या होगा, it will come out of it and it will print character is not in the tuple. Okay, and if not like this, if else will not get executed, then it will say char and its index position will be printed in the tuple. This you will get output. Okay,